Hey guys, welcome to the Save Continue podcast, where every week we get together and talk about video games and video game related stuff. As always, I'm Shanee Howard, and with me is Tommy Shelby.
Hello, Shanee, you're getting a lot better at this.
Thanks. And Ryan Robinson.
What up?
And the thing is, like, sometimes when I say it, I just sometimes go into imagining that I'm like opening for an NPR set, and then I just
Blended table
freeze.
with Shanee Howard.
Yeah, this is Shanee Howard's tiny desk.
Actually, I'm at my work desk this week, and I do have a tiny desk or a tiny table for my desk.
Cool. What songs are you gonna
And
play
I-
for
It's
us
like
today?
it's like that little Trump desk. You remember that?
Yeah,
Well, it's actually supposed to be like one of those ones where you can flip it when you're mad.
yeah.
Like, fuck this.
You know what's cool, Shanee? Though, what's extra cathartic is you have an actual table you can flip. You should
But that
try
has
that one.
expensive electronics on it, and that one is very tiny, and so it has less capabilities to do damage.
I see. You know,
You want the damage.
yeah, that's what makes it so satisfying. You want to see shit break.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But
one-
also,
one step closer.
Sure.
This one's
so this week, guys, we actually played a game together.
yeah, we did. We sure did.
Called slap shots.
Yeah. We saw who had the biggest and who had the loudest. The
It was
answer,
Shanee.
the answer to both is Shanee. She had the biggest and loudest.
What?
I'm actually not even
Uh,
sure if we ever explain what Slapshots is while
Actually, I'm a
recording.
champion.
We don't need to. They know.
I think we have, but it's just as. But to my knowledge, it's just slapping dicks.
No, it's not
Well,
slapping.
no.
No, you're wrong.
Oh, well, I don't know how to play the game then.
It's slapping your own dick on your belly.
Yeah.
You
By way of pelvic thrusts.
Yeah. Slap shots.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then I definitely won. So we played I almost call it Vampire Army, but a zombie army.
Man, Vampire Army would be rad.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. That actually might even be cooler, honestly.
Yeah, we
but-
played Zombie Army
Uh,
4.
Yeah.
Nazis, vampires. I'm down for it.
Yeah.
I'd kill them.
We
Yeah.
haven't played a game like all three of us together in a very long time.
Yeah. I don't remember the last time we did. But
Yeah, most of the time it's like us taking turns or like two of us playing at a time.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. Shanee, I was actually wondering. Before that, I was curious. I was like, I've never heard of Shanee talk about playing a shooter of any kind, ever. So I was actually really curious to see how you would do, and the answer.
I didn't do good.
Well, better than
But I
expected.
didn't do the worst.
Certainly.
You did fine. It was your first time.
Yeah.
And it's a weird game.
Yeah. You kept those zombies at bay with very stern words. So. But
Yeah. I also had a terrible shot, and I don't think it. In one particular time, with this game, you're supposed to shoot out lights in an order,
yeah.
and I swear that I was seeing it, and I had red, and I
Sinead, you
shot
did
it,
it.
and it wasn't hitting anything.
You did
I
it.
did
I watched you do it. You did it.
You
was awesome.
shoot them and say I did it.
No, you did it. So, but that's a game that
Hey, look at that, bud.
that's a game that gets exponentially more fun the more people you add to it.
Yeah, for sure.
And
I think
so,
I want to like play it a couple times again on my own, so I can like unlock some stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because I definitely felt like not only did I have like the learning curve where I didn't know what was going on or like how the maps were situated or anything, and I was just going where y'all said to go. I also feel like the perks I got weren't as good.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that a lot of the upgrades and stuff that you get in the game are like, you have to find them in the level. I've never been patient enough to figure that shit out. I'm usually playing with somebody who knows where that stuff is, so they just tell me where to go. But yeah, that's where a lot
Yeah,
of the upgrades come
no one
from.
told me where to go.
Well, I
Well, I've
didn't.
been playing it
Yeah.
similar to Zombie Army Trilogy, which is like a remake of the first two games plus a third. Which is to say it doesn't really have much of that kind of stuff in it. So like I'm getting the upgrades and stuff, but I'm just kind of slapping them in there wherever they go. Like
Yeah.
I'm not really paying attention to that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I I feel that. I didn't really know I was doing it first, and I put it on a gun that I didn't even use, and I was like, shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'd
So
be much more effective to not play it that way. But like, I don't care. For me, it's just hanging out with you guys, having fun shooting zombies.
Yeah. And it is fun to shoot those zombies. The funny thing about it is I have the bullet cam set to the highest frequency so that it happens so much more often. So people that I'm playing with have to watch my bullets go into guys, and they just have to just sit there and wait for that to finish, and that's really funny to me. But it also looks cool, especially when you get a good X-ray shot and like see their nuts explode or their spinal cord shatter. It's really cool. I love that game. Glad I bought it, honestly. Also,
yeah.
shooting zombies never gets old, and shooting Nazis never gets old. And when you get to do both, it's great.
What else did y'all play this week?
What else you got?
What else you got?
So I've been playing like a lot of games this week, but the only one I really want to talk about is Dirt 5. I don't play a lot of racing games because I'm kind of picky about them. I don't like simulation racers. I respect them for what they are. I'm just terrible at them. And Dirt has never really been a series I liked. But this one was developed by Codemasters Treshire, who was formerly Codemasters Evo, who was formerly Evolution, whose games I do like.
So, and it's called a shape Dirt 5?
Dirt 5, yeah.
Dirt 5.
So these are the guys that made MotorStorm and Drive Club and Onrush and all that crap, right? I wish I had played this game before our last show. Because our last show was when we talked about games we like that other people don't, right?
People don't like Dirt 5?
It's weird. It's very divisive.
Yeah.
It's won multiple racing game of the year from different outlets. And then it's also got like really bad scores from other reviewers,
Huh.
And I think that it's for two reasons. One, the game has a lot of bugs. And it's not like game-breaking stuff, right? It's not Pro Skater 5. It's not Cyberpunk. But there's a lot of bugs. And I think, two, it's that people wanted it to be a sim. And Codemasters has really pushed that onto the Dirt Rally series.
Yeah.
Whereas Dirt will now be the more arcadey series.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't.
But I fucking love it.
I don't understand.
I love it.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like
Yeah.
Dirt Rally still exists. Like they still very much have the sim game.
Right.
I don't understand why. Like with Forza and Forza Horizon, you got your sim, you got your arcade.
I think it's because Dirt proper used to be sim.
Let's see. That's a funny thing too. Is that so? I played the first two Dirt games, right? And the first two were back when. Well, the first one was back when it was still under they still had the Colin McRae name license,
Right.
So it still was a little bit more sim, but it was very forgiving especially as far as rally games go.
Yeah.
And then when Dirt 2 came along, I felt like Dirt 2 was like very, very arcadey.
Sure.
And then with 3, I think is when they also established the Dirt Rally brand as well. But
I mean, I'm just speaking up to like the complaints that I've heard.
Yeah, it just seems crazy to me though,
But like, man, I'm fucking in love with this game. I imagine I'll be done with it in the next day or two here.
Sure.
I'm going for the platinum. The trophy list is riddled with bugs. There's been plenty of trophies that I got that did not pop.
Like
I had
one.
to, like reset and try again and find like reaching level 50. Like shit like that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try to platinum it as long as the game will allow me to platinum it.
Yeah. It's fighting you.
Yeah, but man,
And
it's just
it
so
won't like pop
fun.
it if you hit like 51 or something.
Well, I ended up quitting out of the game, restarting, and doing that race again, and then it popped for me.
Gotcha.
But like, it's just gorgeous. Everything about it's gorgeous. Like the textures are fucking awesome. The mud and the weather is awesome.
Yeah.
Just awesome. Like, and it's dynamic weather too. So like, it'll be fucking sunny one lap, and the next lap it's pouring down fucking rain, and there's thunder everywhere, and it's fucking nuts, And that changes the terrain. Dirt, as a series, has always been like it's always been a big thing. Is the feeling of the different terrain, which is very prevalent in this game.
So are they doing it?
Especially if you're playing it on PlayStation 5?
Yeah,
because that controller, like driving on ice or snow or mud, like it's all different and it's fantastic.
So I was gonna ask you that because I was wondering if the DualSense had like picked up on that stuff. So that's really cool.
Oh yeah, like the triggers, your gas and your brake feel a little bit more. There's a bit more resistance there, like there would be if you're driving an actual car.
Yeah,
you feel every time the gear shifts, like all sorts of shit like that.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I know a lot of people don't like it, but if you like arcading racy games, give it a shot. It's also on last gen.
Yeah. So hearing you talk or seeing you talk about it, like really, it had me in the PlayStation Store staring at it for a few minutes, thinking about it.
Yeah. And apparently it doesn't run quite as well on last gen, but also there's less bugs on last gen, so pick your poison there.
Yeah.
But
that sounds
what?
like I mean, like I know what you mean by that phrase, but that phrase sounds weird. Like, oh, it doesn't work as well, but there's less bugs.
Yeah.
What else have you been playing besides? What else you got besides Dirt 5?
I've been playing a lot, man. I went through Donut County on PlayStation, which I had done when it first came out on Steam. It's a one-sitting game.
That game's
but it's
so
fun.
cute. I love that game.
Yeah. I've been playing a little bit of Duke Nukem 3D, which is really weird to go back to.
So
really weird to go.
How does that game feel now in 2021?
I mean, it's still super fun to play.
Yeah.
Right? You just feel kind of gross playing it.
Yeah.
You feel kind of gross playing it.
I think Duke Nukem is for gamers as like a really good litmus test for how much you've grown in like the last 2 decades.
Well,
Sure,
there's things everybody remembers with like the strippers and all that crap,
Sure.
But like, I beat a boss. And he was all exploded, right?
Yeah.
And then I shot into the open bits of his bodies. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't remember that, you know? Like, it's still fun. I'm gonna finish it, but
I'm just saying, if I blew somebody up, I would probably also shit on the remains, too. If I didn't like them enough to blow them up.
In them.
Into where the parts were open, and you read a newspaper while you're doing it. There's so much about that game I don't remember, but like, if you liked like the Blood series and old Doom, like it's still great.
So,
it's still great.
Tom, have you given any thought to? Because I don't know if you have already, but have you given any thought to trying out Ion Fury?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I like that game. Definitely has that. It's like it feels exactly like Duke Nukem.
Well, it's built off of old 3D Realms tech, right? Yeah, but I definitely would like to at some point. But there's too many games, man. Playing more Sackboy. Sackboy's fantastic. If you played Mario 3D World, it's that, but not as good.
Okay.
But it doesn't have to be as good. It's still fun, and so much like awesome licensed music in there. Got like fucking Madonna in there. It's just great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've been all over the place this week, but mostly Dirt 5.
Yeah. That's really cool, dude. At some point, I hope to pick that up, but I got a lot going on with where video games are concerned. So.
How about you, Ryan? What have you been playing?
So one of the really cool games that I played this week was buy a new TV on the internet.
Did you platinum that?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I don't think I could. I don't think I platinum it until the TV safely arrives and is mounted. But I'm really excited because I've had my current TV for like 7 years now, and it's been giving me problems over the last year. And then finally, I just got to the point where I'm just like, okay, it's time.
What brand?
Samsung.
What line of Samsungs?
Do you know? It's the Q80 something. What
Shanae is
other?
going to criticize your television now.
Yeah.
No, I was looking. We ended up going with this LG, but uh, I was originally looking at the Samsung TVs. I know I didn't want a Bravia because I just really don't. I mean, as somebody who owns an Apple TV, I don't. I all I have is Apple products, so it makes it worth it. But like, I don't know. I just don't really enjoy like a lot of Google products, and it doesn't like really work with anything. But the Q series though with Samsung, I've heard good things about, and I've read good reviews. So hopefully it works out really well for you.
And do
Yeah.
you know if your new TV has HDMI 2.1?
It does.
Mine
Nice.
does.
Nice,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. Yeah, and I actually I actually found myself like looking at things that I never like cuz okay, Tom, you were with me when I bought my last TV. And
He
I
said, that one.
more or less, yeah. And then the guy still tried to sell me on it, and then you called him on his bullshit, and it was really funny.
That's
But
helping you.
yeah, you were because he tried to because he was like just so much 4K content you can watch on this thing, and that was like 4K had just started at that point.
No, specifically, it said there's so much 4K content you can watch on
That's what he
Netflix,
said, and then Tom immediately
which
pulled
at that time, Netflix had 4 things
yeah,
that were 4K.
among them the Smurfs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to actually. I haven't bought it. I didn't think I would be buying a new TV this year, but I'm excited to get it. I was paying attention to stuff like what kind of backlighting does this thing have, and then I was looking at that and do all these comparisons. It was a whole thing, but I'm excited.
I mean, yeah, that's part of the reason we went with ours is because like a lot of TVs, when it's a black, they just turn off that like bulb or like what, not bulb, but like that little area. But like with the LG series that we got, like it actually like lights it up, not lights it up, but it actually is like a true black color. So it's nice watching things that are like dark on it, like certain episodes of Game of Thrones or The Witcher or like things like that, where it's like really dark. It comes in super handy.
Yeah. So, um, but as far as actual video games are concerned, guys, I did not think that as a 36-year-old man in the year 2021, I would be saying this. But I've been playing a lot of Borderlands 3, like an insane amount of Borderlands 3. And I thought I'd left that series behind. Uh, and I won't say that the writing is great, but um, one of the I started a playthrough with this with one of the characters. His name is their name is Flack. They are a robot that has gained self awareness and has the urge to kill things, and it's
Your favorite.
yes, but
His
like
favorite thing to kill.
but they are specifically motivated because after gaining self awareness, they started worshiping death as this actual entity. So as they're killing things, they're like calling out to death and like saying like asking if death is impressed with all his killing and stuff, and it's really funny and it's really cool. But the cool thing about it is he has a pet with him, and depending on the skill tree that you go down will determine the pet that you get. And all the pets can do different things and like have elemental properties to their attacks and stuff. Which is like I remember playing Borderlands 2 and they had the Necromancer and she had her robot, but like this the thing with Flack and his pets is or their pets is you can actually order the pet to attack a specific target as opposed to with the Necromancer the robot would just go after whichever enemy was closest, I guess. Um,
Similar to like whatever the soldier in the first one, where you would set up the turrets or whatever, and it just
yeah,
like automatically goes.
yeah, and like if you don't tell the pet to like attack a specific target, it will decide. But you can also
It will decide.
yeah, you can prioritize targets like that. So it's been really cool. Got back into Monster Hunter World with Kaylee this week. I had forgotten how fun that game is. The game is like I don't
I feel like you say that every time you go back to it. Like you're always like, ah, yeah,
I don't
it is a
and
great game.
it's funny what's funny about it is that like I'm never sure. I think a lot of the time when I stop playing it, it's usually because something new came out, and that pulls me away from it. But and I'm not exactly certain as to what had us deciding to play it again, but we both loaded it up again this week, and now we're playing a whole lot of that. Um, and I think we're back on trying to get some trophies that we didn't get. Like I'm at 90 something% for the trophies right now, but the RNG in that game is such that it always feels just out of reach. But Monster Hunter World is still really great, and playing it has me even more excited for when Rise comes out because I really want to play that game after what I've seen. Um, and lastly, I've been playing Persona 5 Royal, and actually, like I've actually done some battles and gotten further in the story, and I can't speak to all of the quality of life changes that they've added, but the one that they did add, where your ammunition replenishes after every battle, that is really awesome. It's really really awesome because like now I'm not afraid to use the guns in fights. Like I don't have to be so like precious about it. And that's made like a huge difference to me.
So like they've done this with a lot of the Persona series where like the game will come out and then a little bit later. So like they did Persona 3 Fez and Persona 4 Golden and now Persona
Yeah.
5 Royal. I don't know, man. I feel like I get it, right? They can do that and sell the game again.
Yeah.
And people are going to buy it again. Most people are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at
But
Royal.
fuck,
Like,
it feels like
I
it
was
should
looking.
just be an update. You know? It
Yeah.
really does.
We'll see. And here's my thing, right? And maybe this is just me, right? But from what I understand, the story playthrough for Persona 5 is over 100 hours long or some shit like that, right? And if I had actually finished the game the first time around, I don't know that I would go back and buy Royal just to play through it again with all that other new shit.
I know so
I
many
mean,
people that have.
Yeah,
You
but
I
know?
mean, I
which
was
seems
tempted today
like
when
a
I was
lot
looking
to
at
me.
it. I played the game and I did New Game Plus, and I was
Right.
looking at it today, and I was like,
Yeah.
I want to buy it. But here's the thing: I want to buy it and play New Game Plus with all the new stuff. Like, I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
have to like
Do
grind
it all
everything
over
out.
Yeah,
again,
and I
right?
feel like that
Yeah,
should
yeah,
be an option. You know?
yeah,
Well, I mean, it never is, but I guess this is one of the first times that really they would be able to do it,
Yeah.
right? Because 3 and 4 were PS2.
Yeah.
Uh,
But what's
but
what's weird to what it's funny though because this time around, like the game will be able to see if you have save data from the original release, so it will give you some items and some money because of that.
Oh, it does.
But you're still
I
starting
mean,
out.
you're not going to have your save.
Yeah, you're
but
not gonna
you'll
have your
some
save.
additional
It'll
crap.
it'll just see your it'll see your save and say here's these 2 items and here's 50,000 yen. And from what I've seen, that's the extent of how
Psycho
it uses
Mantis
that
comes
stuff.
out and he
I mean,
says it
I
looks
would
like you've
better.
been playing Persona 5.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that because like even without knowing that, I was looking at it today and I was like, I really liked the first time I played it and the second time out and the second time.
Well, there's also a new
This is
character
new
too.
stuff.
There's also a new character
Like
too. So
Which is what they do,
exactly.
yeah,
right? Golden did the same thing.
yeah. So there's also
I,
that.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So
willing to pay it.
yeah, and like
They can.
and I guess the story and again I haven't played all the way through the vanilla version of that game, but I imagine the story is at least slightly different to account for the presence of this new character. Um, but overall, it's more or less what I expected, and I'm having a really good time with it. Um, and this time I will actually finish it. Um, yeah, but yeah, Persona 5 is really great. Especially the new music they've added is really good too. And I also, as an aside, they did a repressing of the vinyl collection for the soundtrack. So they did one for the vanilla version of the game and one for Royal. And I bought the one for the vanilla version because that's the one I missed out on the first time, and also I only had money for one, so I knew I wanted that one. So I'm excited to get that because the music in that game is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, they actually just put that soundtrack on Spotify.
Yeah, yeah. So
real quick too before we get into it, Bailey today finished the Minish Cap and
Nice.
started Phantom Hourglass. So she's like, I think she's like 6 or 7 Zelda games in now.
So she's pretty much she's a certified Zelda fan at this point.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude. She's got all the manga and like she's pumping through them, man.
Yeah.
Like it's funny because it's all out of order, right? She started with Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
And she's gone back as far as A Link to the Past. But like, yeah, she's beat more Zelda games than like some of my friends who were in their 30s.
Yeah.
You know? Like she's getting there.
Oh, one more thing. I played
beaten games. I mean, she's probably beaten more than me. There's a lot of games I did not beat.
I played Apex with Kaylee last night, and she got her first kill last night, and it was a really special moment.
Kill?
Huh?
Her first kill?
Yeah, her first Apex kill. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think her second battle royale kill ever. So.
Got it.
Yeah, so it was really cool. We actually took out. We ran into another team last night, and we managed to completely take them out, and that was really a special moment for us. So
nice. I played Among Us with some friends in California.
how good of a liar are you,
And-
Shanee?
Well, what I didn't know is that apparently they invited some people who play it a lot. And I've played it like, I don't know, like I'm counting like individual rounds, like an entire session
Yeah.
all together. Before this, like probably 15 to 20 times, but like nobody else like really knew the game either. So we played with some people who apparently play a lot. And like certain tasks will like if they are in the task like thing that they give you will be like a common one and everybody has one, and there's certain tasks that will never be like a common one, and there's certain tasks that'll never be like an individual one. So I've never been imposter before. I think I bitched about it for another game. I played like all up until this time playing. I've never been the imposter. Played lots of rounds, and I finally get to be one. And I was like, oh, I was in this room doing this. They're like, oh, that's like a common task, and we don't have that, so you're lying. And I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, turns out I'm
But
bad
then
at that too.
So then I was like, oh, I didn't realize they had categories. Nor did I. I was like, I'm not, like, obviously, I lied. I can't look this up. You caught me.
Yeah.
But, like, I didn't realize that. She's like, oh, they haven't played this game a lot. She's like, and, like, the lady was like, was so apologetic.
Because she, like, came at you, like, really aggressive.
Real hard. And I was like, and she was like, oh, like, you don't know what you're doing. I was like, nah, dog. I play this game for fun. I don't give a
Yeah,
shit
people
about
get
this
like
game.
really serious about it. Like I've watched one of my friends play it, and like just listen. And I listened to the conversation. And, like people are like really, really, really serious about it.
I didn't even know how the vents worked.
Yeah.
Because I knew that you could use vents when you're the imposter. Because somebody told me. Because I said that I've never been one. They're like, yeah, when you're imposter, you can also. I didn't realize like how that worked either. I thought it was like a grid thing where I can go anywhere I wanted. I didn't know it was gonna pop you up or like you only had a couple options.
Yeah.
So I was pressing buttons trying to like move it over, and then I just popped up right in front of somebody on the second time ever that I got to be imposter, and they're like, "Well, I just saw Shanee come through the vents." So.
Like I remember one time I think I got to be imposter once. And like I didn't think to like take note of or like to create some kind of alibi or something. And then so the extent that my lie went was, well, I was in the other room when he died. I was doing a thing, and they're like, Ryan obviously did it. And but that game
but sometimes
is too much for me.
But sometimes like not knowing how to play it works out to your advantage. Because we had enough people, because we maxed out that we had like the 2 imposters, and there's a couple people in the group that had never played it at all. Like this is their first time ever playing it, and I saw that they got imposter, and this one girl, I knew what she was doing, but when they asked her where she was like, I don't even know. I don't remember my character, and I saw her trying to murder somebody. And she was like, I don't know. I was just trying to figure out from like the shields thing. And I was like in another corner, and I was like, yeah, I saw her like run by and like go in a circle, and then like I don't know where she went after that.
I think that's probably the meta right there is how well you can pretend to be new at the game, right?
Yeah, essentially. Yeah. But I played Among Us, and then I played some BioShock. I
Cool.
mentioned last.
I forgot
I
you were
mentioned.
playing that.
Yeah, I wanted to see if I would still. I only played like an hour and a half of it because
You got too spooked.
I got
Too much
okay.
Billie Holiday.
Yeah.
No, just actually just a lot was going on, and I just went to the comfort of games I've been playing. And then Fire Emblem Three Houses took up a lot of my free time.
Sure.
Back on it.
For that
Back
fifth
on it.
for that fifth playthrough, and then my mom, I gave her Animal Crossing for Christmas.
Oh, that's nice.
That's a nice
And
little
then
gift.
my parents bought a Switch together for their Christmas gift. And so I got my dad Breath of the Wild, and then I got my mom Animal Crossing. And my sister's thinking about like because she hasn't touched her island in a while, restarting all of it, and like it was gonna give me some of her stuff. So then I got on it, and I was like, well, I should pull these weeds.
Sure.
I should check on my neighbors.
Sure.
And then 5 hours went by. So so like that happened. But I played some of BioShock beginning. I mean, I haven't looked at the remastered at all, and of course it doesn't look the most amazing, but it still looks really happy the way it looks. I like the way it's stylized. It doesn't need to
Yeah,
be like
for sure.
Yeah. I mean,
and
especially
and the
for
rate.
a like a what is it like a seven like how old is that game? Like 15 years old or some shit.
Oh, no, but it's old.
Mm-hmm.
Um. So the first BioShock was 2007. So 13 years. So yeah, like that was fine. I've been playing Final Fantasy X2. Still love it. I forgot how, you know what? I have an actual complaint. I still love it, but
But I
there
hate
are there more than other Final Fantasy games. There are areas in it where like enemies are just like running towards you, and they're like randomly generated, and like you can't sidestep them or do anything to get around them. And even if you try to be clever with it, then they'll just like repopulate and start spawning back at you again and then get you anyways because it's like at a metered area. And I forgot how annoying that was, but it's also like a Final Fantasy game, so grinding is expected.
it. Exactly. Yeah, I think I'd like it. Like in RPGs that allow you to skip fights, I almost never skip fights.
It's
For
just
that
like sometimes.
reason,
Because you're hurting.
I prefer to be over leveled.
Yeah, because you're hurting
Well,
yourself
Yeah.
otherwise.
well, I'll remember, or like I'm like, oh yeah, I think like a dress sphere or something's like around this corner, but then like these things are attacking, so they're running after you, and I want to inspect this corner, and then they'll get me. I'm like, ah shit, you got me. And so then it like restarts the area, and then they start running again at me, and I'm like, I'm still in this corner and I can't get around. I have to do the fight again, and if I haven't gotten to a good place, then I'll have to do the fight a third time till I can hit this like safe area. And that's the part that's frustrating to me. Once I beat them, fine, I beat them. If at a timed point, like in 2 minutes they respawn, but it's an instant respawn. Uh, and then yeah, that's all I've been playing.
Man, 16 looks so cool.
So I haven't seen anything outside of the stuff that they showed at the initial announcement. I haven't really looked for it, but
I don't
saw
know if they
initial
showed
announcement
anything else,
stuff.
but that announcement showed cutscenes and what is obviously gameplay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of still really fuzzy in my memory, but I should go back and look at it.
Also, the Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy game got pushed back until 2022.
Yeah.
So I'm not getting a next gen console till at least 2022.
Okay.
Wait a whole year because of a Harry Potter game.
Yeah.
There's literally no other reason or no other game that has shown up that it's not going to be on the current gen consoles I have that I want besides that Harry Potter game.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I will eventually move. I will eventually like upgrade anyways.
And
But
that is
like
until they release Kingdom Hearts 3.5 Renaissance Resistance Wake Up Call Grand Slam
2.7 over 6.
for the
Yeah.
PS5, and then you'll be singing a different tune.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. Then I'll buy it then. But like, there's no games that are not on the current gen consoles like that I
Yeah,
want. So,
yeah.
and also I plan on buying a house this year,
Oh,
so it kind of
congratulations.
it works out my favor. I'm just starting the processes. It's not fun.
Well,
I mean, here's the
congratulations.
Um,
thing. You can live in your apartment
Yeah,
and have a PS5,
yeah.
or you can live in a house and not have a PS5.
I don't see
till
the
next
appeal of
year.
I
that latter
feel
option.
like, you know,
Till next
I
year.
feel like the former option is really the pick here, but I
Well, if
mean,
I'm not gonna, what other games besides Harry Potter would I play on my PS5?
Returnal's
Dirt
coming out
5?
real soon.
yeah,
I don't know. Returnal looks awesome to me. Back for Blood looks awesome to me. There's a bunch of games that look rad.
Eh.
yeah,
Kina's out too.
yeah.
So this week though, I wanted to talk to you guys about some game recommendations. We've talked multiple times on the show about games we recommended to people,
Yeah,
games people have recommended to us.
true.
I have talked at nauseum about like previous jobs where that was part of recommend.
Yep.
So like I wanted to throw some games out to you guys. And some of it's just gonna be one, some of it be a couple of them. And I want to know like let's do 1 to 3 recommendations
Okay.
for some of these titles.
Uh
So what I wanted to do is
Are
for
you gonna
each
play them?
Because you have
no,
to.
I mean I can play if you want, but I have
I do.
information. So the plan was that I was gonna go on the Nintendo store, go to my Xbox, and then go to my PS4. Look what they recommend on the console that sells them, like as
Don't
far as
do
that
that.
goes. I look at Steam, and then I found like a couple
That's like
different.
Netflix recommendations,
No,
you know? It's like you watch The
let me
Office, oh,
finish.
you'll
Let
enjoy.
me finish.
All right.
Jesus. So then I also like found some places online that have like little like recommendation engines, and I realized that only the PlayStation 4, when you go and search for the game and click on the profile of the game, only PlayStation 4 gives you actual recommendations of right there in the game. And yes, there are like Netflix ones, but I also some of these games wanted to see what you thought about what PS4 would recommend after we talk about them.
Okay.
And now you can go. Make all the jokes you want, Thomas.
No, I don't have any jokes. It's a very serious show here, so.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, Shanae, like I've been meaning to talk to you about how much you've been laughing on the show lately, and you need to cut it out.
Cut it out.
We're a dry show for dry people.
Yeah. A dry.
And
people.
you're just coming in with the Jergens, you know.
Yeah. Stop moisturizing our our dialogues here.
All right. So first 3.
Ryan, what you drinking there? What is that?
It's a Austin East Cider.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I think Shanee died.
First 3. There's recommend a game. If I said that I liked the God of War 2018 game, Final Fantasy 7 OG, not the remake, and The Binding of Isaac.
What?
So, like, if you like those 3,
Yeah, what would you recommend from there? Or do you want to do one at a time?
Yeah, I don't know,
I
man.
mean, I thought that's what you had meant was one at a time, but we can do it however you want.
Man, all 3. I
Oh,
don't.
we can do it one at a time, but I was thinking multiple. All right, then no. Then
No,
I'll
let's do it.
Let's do
your way.
what
It's
you
more
said.
entertaining.
Do what you said.
It's
Okay,
more
so
entertaining.
God of War,
God of War,
The Binding of Isaac,
Binding of Isaac,
and what was the other one?
Final Fantasy 7 OG, not the remake.
Okay, original Final Fantasy 7. Okay. Huh.
Fuck.
Well,
Okay, well,
Would
go ahead, Ryan.
if it's easier to do one at a time.
no.
and then we can
Let's
think of
I
a
got
group
this.
thing.
No, I got this. Got this. Okay. All right. You should try Assassin's Creed Origins.
Okay, what's the reasoning here?
Okay, check this out.
Okay.
So you like the So I imagine with God of War, you like the combat a lot, right? Okay. So the combat, it controls very similarly to God of War. So you're gonna feel right at home right away. You like Binding of Isaac? It's a little boy. Okay. Bayek had a little boy. Okay. So you're gonna hear a lot about his little boy.
You also have a little boy in God of War 2018. So
Also,
it's like 2
hold,
points.
yeah. So yeah. So
A lot of boys.
there's a lot of boys here. Okay.
If you like boys.
If you like your son, okay.
Assassin's Creed Origins is the game.
If you like your son, then you want to play as someone who is purely motivated by the love for his son. Okay. And
Gotcha.
lastly, you like Final Fantasy.
Like Isaac's mother.
Yeah. Except like
That's where Final Fantasy comes in.
well, and so we have Final Fantasy VII, the original, right? So I have 2 points for you here. The first of which is we have Sephiroth, a man who is consumed by a really weird love and obsession with his mother, a godlike person, but also Assassin's Creed Origins, okay, has some Final Fantasy crossover content in it. So if you like Final Fantasy shit, there's some Final Fantasy shit in Assassin's Creed Origins. There you go. You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
There's a camel. There's a camel that looks like a chocobo, is what I'm saying.
Okay, so like God of War, the new one, I still have not played. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've played the other 2 games, but I have not played the new God of War. So I'm going to recommend a game I have not played. And in fact, it is a game that nobody has played.
Sure.
It is House Spark's upcoming Returnal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God! All right, no.
No. Wait.
Why?
Let him finish. Let him finish. Because I'm really curious.
Supposed to talk about Returnal.
No, I'm really.
I feel like you're just using this as an excuse.
No.
Listen, I've got a lot of concrete evidence showing that if you like these 3 specific games, that's the game for you.
All right.
Okay.
Lay it on us, Tom.
1. From an outside looking in, God of War seems like it's much more story-driven than the previous games.
It definitely is. That is true.
Which Returnal seems to have a lot of that.
Okay.
Visually, they're both very beautiful.
That's true.
Right? They're both third-person action games.
True.
So there's your God of War.
Yeah.
Okay? Binding of Isaac, roguelike game. Returnal, roguelike game.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, he's making some solid points,
You know?
Shanae.
You shoot in both of them.
Yeah.
There are
Fair,
roguelikes
fair.
in both of them.
Yeah.
I wish I had
Okay.
a dabble. Simon, I'll allow it.
I want to hear the third
Final Fantasy VII.
one.
They're both sort of future-y looking.
Oh. Okay.
And
We're losing
if
steam
you put,
here.
If you put triangle
should just
hair
cut it
on
to
that
2.
lady, then she might kind of look like Cloud. But you're all set. What you want?
Look, I'm buying it, man. I'm sold on Returnal.
All right.
So.
All right. So, there's like this like Quadic Foundry like thing that I found that seemed to be the kind of like most unbiased suggestion engine that I found that was like a third-party one.
Okay.
And I just want to read the 3 titles that it got from putting those games into it. But I also want to go over what PS4 recommended for each game.
Okay.
That Returnal's on there.
So, Marvel Spider-Man.
Okay, I guess I could kind of see that.
Sure.
Last of Us Part 2.
I guess.
And then Ghost of Tsushima.
I could see Spider-Man and Ghost. I really can't see The Last of Us.
I think they're just going for like third-person narrative games.
Yeah.
Tying it to God of War. You know.
Yeah.
I know that. So this site that I found also has like where you can like make a profile of games you like and like stuff like that. But they also, I do believe, take some outside data as well, like probably from like Amazon or something, because they do have all the Amazon ratings on them,
Mm.
like for what they gave, like the Amazon game gave them. So yeah, this is just guess here. But as far as Sony goes, for God of War, and you're right, this is like Netflix, but I still thought it would be fun to bring up. Um, Horizon Zero Dawn for God of War.
Okay, I could see that.
Uncharted, the Legacy Collection.
Legacy or Nathan Drake collection?
Uncharted Legacy is what it said.
Lost Legacy.
Whatever.
Sure.
And then Last of Us Part 2.
What's with the man? They really want that Last of Us Part 2. Like, what's going on?
Binding of Isaac. I had more interesting ones.
Can I guess?
Go ahead if you want.
Do they have Rogue Legacy on there?
No, I just put the top 3 of that they put for each one.
Do they have Rogue Legacy on there?
That was not in there.
Okay.
That was not in there that I wrote down. I did not.
Do they have Enter the Gungeon on there?
Yeah.
That's number one. Yep,
Yeah.
Enter the Gungeon.
Good one, Tom.
And then do you want the other 2?
Give it to me.
Darkest Dungeon and Dark Souls.
Interesting.
Yeah. That is interesting.
I think they were just like, hey, this is a dark game, so like let's just pick things.
So it's like, it's weird, right? Because like I'm almost more inclined, because what I was thinking about was they would probably take games that were like maybe mechanically similar, but sounds like what they're doing is picking games that seem to be tonally similar.
To be fair, for the recommendations tab, it says recommendations on the Sony thing, but then it also says people who bought this game also enjoyed it.
I see. Okay. That makes sense.
So
I think Ryan's recommendations for that is better. Like Sony should have been like, if you like Binding of Isaac, here's other games with boys. You know? How Ryan did it.
Correct.
So for Final Fantasy VII, it said Final Fantasy Crystal, Kingdom Hearts, the All of It collection, and then Kitsui Destiny.
So I feel like with Final Fantasy, right? Like, it would be really easy to just be like, you like Final Fantasy VII? Try this other Final Fantasy game.
Which is weird because like Crystal Chronicles is so different from Final Fantasy VII.
It is. Yes, it is. And I've never heard of Kitsui Destiny.
That sounds like a Tommy ass game though.
Hey, I never heard of that either. So.
It looks like, I'll be honest, the thumbnail looks like a Tommy ass game. I was like, if either of them know it, it's gonna be Tom.
I do not know it.
So, I also try to do these by like what they'd be available on the console, as well. So I did a pretty easy one of Mario Kart 8 and Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
No, Mario Kart, and that's not easy at all.
So wait. So what was Mario Kart 8 and Breath of the Wild? Was there a third one I might have cut out?
No, just the 2.
Okay.
I'm going to recommend Splatoon 2. Because it is also first party, also on the console. There's some great single player content there. There's some great multiplayer content there. I got to go Splatoon 2.
Yeah. I almost would want to... I feel like I just want to recommend Smash, honestly.
That's actually not a bad recommendation.
Yeah.
You know?
The
games are so different. Like, those are very different games. Even more so than the last games, you know?
Yeah. But...
well, this one also because a coworker recently bought a Switch and it's only 2 games they have, so... So on that site that I told you about, the top 3 are Super Mario Odyssey,
okay,
Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and then Splatoon 2.
Oh, look at Tom.
And then Luigi's Mansion 3, Super Mario Maker 2, Octopath Traveler, and then Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, several of those games I think would be fine. But I think with Ryan's pick and my pick, like, I won't say the single-player content for Smash Bros. Is great, but it's okay, you know? There's stuff to do if you don't want to play with other people. That's what I'm getting from Breath of the Wild, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
So like with
You're
it seems
you're
weird, right?
not gonna play you're not gonna play Octopath Traveler with friends.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
I don't know with like I guess it's weird, right? Because with when we're talking about like Nintendo games, I always immediately feel inclined to just recommend other first party Nintendo games to somebody.
Well, so did I, but like from what we picked, at least there's like a decent amount of both single player and multiplayer content in those games.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Um, it's fine. So then,
It's fun.
whatever. So, next, next one, of this is three I got is I can pick which one, so I just picked the Halo series.
Cool.
Untitled Goose Game
Huh.
and Dear Esther.
Huh.
I got it. Hitman. You play Hitman.
I don't think I know Dear Esther. I mean, I know it, but like I don't think I haven't played it, so I don't.
Neither have I, but like, is it not the same guys that did The Vanishing of Ethan Carter?
Maybe.
I believe it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, it's in that vein, right?
Yeah.
Uh, I just feel
I
like
assume I
like
assume that you
Hitman
have played
ticks
this
a lot
game.
of those boxes, you know? And I've played very little Halo, right? Obviously, there's no fucking competitive multiplayer or anything like that.
Yeah.
But like,
But
you
I
know,
don't
you're
think there's
shooting
competitive
guys,
multiplayer. I don't think
right?
there's competitive multiplayer in like Untitled Goose Game or Dear Esther, so
Right,
that's
right, right.
fine.
So I think.
You're shooting fellas. There's a bunch of different guns and gadgets and crap, right?
Yeah.
Until I Goose Game, obviously, there's an element of stealth there. There's different puzzles and ways to go about things, you know.
What about
Dear Esther's
Dishonored?
probably the longest shot, but yeah, Dishonored's pretty good too.
I'm
That's
not.
And
probably
it has a
better,
good,
honestly. Dishonored's
and
probably
it's a
better.
creepier story than.
So, I'm more inclined to recommend Edith Finch to this person.
Where's the Halo?
So I'm coming at it from a like a storytelling kind of sort of point. Like I really feel like if you're playing Halo and you're someone who also plays Halo for the story, then you enjoy you really enjoy engaging with the narrative. And I also feel like people who engage with Untitled Goose Game also are pretty receptive to the kind of story that Edith Finch is telling.
Well,
So
and you could play as some animals in that one too, you know.
yeah,
You like
And
being an animal.
yeah. There's a girl in that Anita Finch who gets to be a bunch of animals.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
so I don't give an Untitled Goose Game, but the only one out of those three that I could get like a recommended from a was the Dear Esther one, and Virginia, What Remains of Edith Finch, and Everybody's Gone to the Rapture were all suggestions for Dear Esther, and I feel like that's actually like the
It's really
best
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
the best recommendations
Yeah.
so far out of all of them. I noticed that the further away from a AAA game it gets, the better the recommendations.
yeah.
Sure.
I just feel like cool. I
um,
think with maybe with AAA games, right? Like I think that there's I get the word I want to use is noise, but I feel like that might be wrong. But like I feel like there's like a lot of stuff around AAA games that makes it harder to like kind of distill that into more curated
well, yeah, it's hard.
recommendations.
Yeah, it's you're right. There's too much data to go off of to a point where data becomes basically pointless for some items
Yeah.
because if everybody has it, then you can't recommend it because everybody, or you can't make recommendations because everybody has it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and as far as like the site goes, since I did the Halo Wars or Halo games as a series, Gears of Wars, Gears of War, Destiny, and Titanfall were the options. But I think me just putting Halo's game series as like the
Yeah.
entire series really messed that one up.
Yeah, I think like those all make sense, right? Like if you like Halo, there's a good chance you like Gears or Titanfall or whatever, you know. But I don't know.
Next three games: Star Fox 64,
Ooh.
Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze,
Ooh.
and Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask.
Okay, so I know we just talked about it last week, but like I gotta throw in Star Fox Adventures here, which like a lot of people hate, right? But like obviously you got your Star Fox in there at least a little bit. There's no rail shooter
All right,
stuff
well, we
going
already talked about
on.
that game. Pick another game.
I'm giving you a good game for these games. It's got platformer elements, you know,
Pick
like
another game to recommend. We've talked about this game.
okay, give it to me again. Star Fox, Donkey Kong, and what else?
Star Fox 64, Tropical Freeze, Majora's Mask.
Kid Icarus Uprising.
It's a good one.
Yeah, you got the rail shooter elements. You got like the 3D exploration dungeony type elements, and some very very light platforming.
Yeah.
You know,
Play Ocarina of
bring it
Time.
out. Remaster that game, please. I need that on Switch.
Oh, you got a game, Ryan?
I just said they should then also play Ocarina of Time.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So this thing says Super Mario Galaxy 2, Metroid Prime, and Banjo-Kazooie as
Oh yeah,
well.
I forgot. Somehow I forgot about Metroid Prime. That game's dope. Yeah, definitely.
Prime is actually a good recommendation for those 3 games.
Yeah, yeah.
You've got platforming, you know, you've got the shooting, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And
Prime's
then
it's really good.
yeah, and then just a bunch of Legend of Zelda and Donkey Kong games after that. So then I also did when did I take the last one? Hold on. So I also did Persona 5,
Hmm.
Watch Dogs,
Hmm.
and Bound.
So I feel like with that,
Pound. Damn.
I feel like with that, I'm like inclined to disregard the fact that they like Bound because like I can't like there's I don't know it's just well maybe not because I think that like I think that Bound I think like the one thing Bound has going for it is what it tries to do with visuals.
Animation
Like move
specifically.
Yeah,
visuals and like the way it moves.
yeah,
I
Yeah,
think
animation.
you could
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
animation, yes, the way it moves. I think that you can just that was the idea of throwing that one in there.
yeah,
Not that Persona 5 and Watch Dogs are like super similar, but yeah.
sure, yeah. But
It's hard
so
because I can think of games for like 2 of those, but
yeah,
for all 3, it becomes difficult.
yeah.
All right, do the one you can think for the two then.
Like, I think if it's Persona 5 and Watch Dogs, that, like, a game like Akiba's Trip is not a bad game.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not as good as Persona 5, right?
Sure.
But it's got, you know, it's the anime RPG BS with a more urban environment that isn't really open, but it's kind of open, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, like, throwing Bound in there, like, that is not a great looking game.
So I actually feel like maybe like I would go with maybe Final Fantasy 15.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like it's got like I feel like it's got like a lot of you know, I feel like it's got a lot of like kind of the sensibilities with like a lot of you know more modern Japanese games, but I also feel like it looks really nice, and I think that somebody would probably you know who is like really like uses that to kind of immerse themselves in a game. I think would really be drawn to that. So I would feel pretty good about uh, recommending 15 to that person.
Um.
Hard.
So on here, they say Danganronpa 3, Killing Harmony, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and Nier Automata, and Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Nier Automata is actually better than what I said, honestly. Um,
I mean, Nier Automata, like basically, if you just throw any games together and it was like, hey, what's a game that has things from all this?
well,
Nier Automata could be the answer to most
But, like,
things.
specifically, though, right? Like, it's not a huge open world, but it
yeah,
is technically an open world.
yeah,
You know, it's got very good animation.
and I think that's the big thing for
There's RPG
Moves
anime
differently.
bullshit. You know,
yeah.
like,
I think that Nier Automata is striking in so many different ways that somebody who liked those three pretty disparate games would also be able to kind of find a lot to like in Nier Automata too.
Yeah. And then, so for Persona 5, Sony says the Kitsui Destiny. Still on that.
We don't know.
I don't. What
We
is
gotta
that?
check that one out because.
Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles and the
Oh
Catherine.
no.
The Catherine. I don't know if
They're
put
recommending Catherine just because it's the same team.
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough on that. At least.
Game's couldn't be any more different.
Yeah, but I mean, there's also times I'm like, I wish they would just recommend a game from the same team. But yeah. For Watch Dogs, they did Far Cry New Dawn. And this is the first Watch Dogs, by the way. Like, the greatest hits one. Far Cry New Dawn. Yeah, Watch _dogs. Call of Duty Blops, the New Order or whatever.
COD Blops.
Kablops.
And Battlefield 5.
So,
which I don't really think. I think, yeah, they're all AAA games, but as far as I know from Watch Dogs,
I could see Far Cry being in there.
Yeah, Far Cry for sure.
Yeah,
not so much the others.
And then after that was Killzone, and I was like, why? Like, I was like, is there a lot more shooting in Watch _dogs than I thought there was?
No.
Well, which Killzone are we talking here? You know.
Yeah. Also, like as an
know.
aside, I looked up this Kitsui Destiny, and it looks like a shooter that more akin to like Raiden. So
interesting.
I don't know.
So it's like a top-down thing.
Yeah.
It's like a Tommy ass game.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like something you'd like, Tom. Definitely.
I had this week. I played through 2 top-down shooters, so you're not wrong. Two vertical scrolling top-down shooters.
And then if anyone's interested for Bound, it's Abzu, Unraveled 2, and then Gravity Rush 2, or the.
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
The only one I could see there is Abzu.
Yeah. I can definitely see Unravel as well, because that is also a nonsense game. That is also a nonsense game. So, someone who loves nonsense games would definitely gravitate toward another nonsense game.
You know, I keep thinking that maybe now, like every time it comes up,
yeah,
I'm like, this is the last time we'll have to talk about that fucking asshole Yarny.
Yeah,
and then inevitably
he keeps coming back.
He comes back.
Yeah. Yarny is in everything.
Fuck that guy.
Yarny is eternal. He's returnal.
Yeah, Yarny is returnal.
So I did a fun thing, where I put some of the games that we said that we played this week during our opening segment into this little
cool
calculator thing to see what it said that would recommend to us based on what we've been playing.
Okay.
So, for Tom, because you can only do a max 3 at a time, I did Duke Nukem 3D, Zombie Army 4, and Donut Country.
County.
Art County.
Donut Country.
And then,
I don't know why that sounds so much more silly than Donut County, but it just sounds silly to me.
So this one, also this thing has a thing where you can search like more balanced, like super popular games, more niche games. Sometimes the more niche like doesn't show any more niche.
Give it to me. Whatever it is, I'm playing it.
Cool.
So then I'll do balanced if you're gonna actually play it. I don't know how to say it out loud, and I'm going to try, and y'all can just laugh at me. Gorogoa?
Oh, you got
Gorogoa. I've already played it.
Yeah. We did it. In fact, I think you did a check it out.
Nothing like those games.
Yeah.
Florence.
Oh, Florence.
Already played it.
But it's great.
Also nothing like those games.
But it's great.
Huh?
So this is for the balanced, and then for the niche games, it says Coffee Talk.
Already played it.
That's the Mike Myers sketch where he pretends to be an old Jewish lady.
Yeah. So anyways, System Shock, Gorogoa, The Settlers 2, Shadow Warrior, Little Inferno, We Left Katamari, Quake, and then under popular games, Gurga, Florence, Doom, Untitled Goose Game, Return of the Obra Dinn, What Remains of Edith Finch, Portal, Night in the Woods, Firewatch, Doom series.
There's literally 2 of those games I have not played.
But to be fair, most of those games you have enjoyed.
Yeah, so
that's true.
The robot works, right?
For Duke Nukem 3D, Duke Nukem 3D, Zombie Army 4 did in Donut County. That's what I got for that. And then I did also um Dirt 5 and Sackboy. Just those two.
Nah. Wait. Can I guess one?
Yeah, go for
Little
it.
Big Planet karting. I feel like it makes the most sense, right?
Yeah, because that's
It
got
makes the most
Sackboy in it.
sense. It makes
And
the
it's
most sense,
racing.
but it's not on this list.
Fuck.
That's weird.
For niche, it's like Project Cars 2, Arceta Coursera Competizione, Arceta Coursera Wreckfest, SnowRunner, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, Gran Turismo Sport, and then Sniper Elite 4.
Cool.
And then
That game
for
rocks.
the balanced ones, it's Project Cars, Arceta Coursera, Gran Turismo Sport, Dirt Rally, Half-Life Alyx, Forza Horizon 4.
I'm
Tom,
not gonna play any of those.
Tom would not like most of those games.
and then Metro Exodus.
Tom, you like Metro? Artyom. Yeah, you like that guy.
Buy my
and
book.
then for mine, I did Zombie Army 4, Among Us, and BioShock.
Okay.
For balanced, it has Phasmophobia as a top, BioShock 2, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, Genshin Impact, Portal,
Cool.
Mass Effect, Batman Arkham Asylum, BioShock Infinite, Prey, and Last of Us Part 2. And then for niche,
We know how much you like The Last of Us.
Yeah.
For niche, it also adds in like Super Mario 3D All Stars, Black Ops Cold War,
Kablops.
Kablops. Nothing like super interesting for that. And then for Ryan's, I did Borderlands 3, Zombie Army 4, and Monster Hunter World.
Okay.
Can I guess the first recommendation?
Yes.
Clay Fighter 63 1/3. I feel like if those are the games you like, that's a game you'll like.
No, it's not on there.
Judgment
Clay.
Clay.
So for niche, Neo 2, Code Vein, Dragalia Lost, Risk of Rain 2, Remnant from the
Dragalia
Ashes.
Lost is on there?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
It's a great game, but it's a mobile game. It's a Nintendo mobile game.
I'll try it.
Devil May Cry 5.
Cool.
Monster Hunter Generations.
Hey, I have that game.
And then for the more balanced one, it adds like Sekiro,
Cool.
Deep Rock Galactic. I think I said Risk of Rain 2 on the other one. And then for the popular, it also adds Final Fantasy 14 Online and Final Fantasy A Realm Reborn and Hades.
I have that, and I do enjoy those games.
Isn't A Realm Reborn just 14 again?
Yeah. It's poop.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like this concept, Shanee.
Yeah.
Thanks. I think we're better than the robots at recommending for sure. But they got a couple like good guesses, and I think
there was a few. There was a few from the robots. I was like, that's better than ours.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and I think that the fact that one site because I found a couple other like recommended game sites and or like apps or anything like that, and a lot of them were obviously like, all right, like you're only suggesting Nintendo products, you're only suggesting like this party, or like you're obviously like I don't know, or it wasn't very like easy to use. You can only do one game at a time and stuff like that. But this one was super interesting. I also think that the fact that they have like users, and I found it on Reddit, and I've seen it on like some other places online, where like they have a good like base of people making profiles and saying what they like.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think it would be useful to them to kind of pull trophy data to do that, like kind of the way that what's that site? I think it's
PSN Profiles.
Yeah, PSN Profiles. Yeah, to like just pull trophy data and use that as a kind of a way to, I don't know, maybe because I don't know, because there's some people who have like a bunch of fucking trophies and that would make it kind of hard to do that, but I don't know.
It's just super unreliable, you know.
Yeah.
Like
But also, like on there, I wasn't on there. You can set like which consoles do you have and which
Yeah,
consoles you want recommendations for.
that's good.
So on that one, I didn't do any filters whatsoever as far as consoles go. I just try to put like things that
No,
would
I
be
like
on the
that
same
though
console, like
because you had
in
games like
my.
Florence and Dragalia Lost. Like that's really cool.
Wait, I
Yeah.
have played Dragalia Lost. I actually have played that one.
Did you like it? Did the robot do good?
Well,
I liked it.
I don't. I didn't actually get to the point where I did any fighting. Like all the talking kind of exhausted me, so I uninstalled it.
So
Man, that's
robot
like
did not do
almost
good.
right away. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. No, I wanted to see what y'all would suggest on the fly.
I
And I
like
try
it.
to not pick games we talk about all the time, but games that like both of y'all had played or at least one of you had.
Yeah. I kind of wanted. Hey, do me a favor. Could you put No Man's Sky in that sumbitch and see what comes out? Huh?
Elite
Please don't make
Dangerous.
maps.
That'd be cool. I feel
Minecraft.
I feel, I feel pretty certain that Elite Dangerous will be one of them. And actually, now that you say it, I feel
Do you
pretty.
want me to do you want me to put it on any specific platforms, or do you just want
Put it on. Let's
whatever?
go with PlayStation.
PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
PlayStation
And
One.
you can also set years. Like you can set like you only want games like made between like 1995 and like 2002 if you wanted.
Yeah. No, I'm not that
Uh,
picky.
well, I'm just saying like
Yeah.
Oh
options are
man,
there.
so we should do this
So,
game again, but like only pick the year like 1995 and see what it gives us for modern games.
well, no, I'm saying like the results you can set like you only want
Oh.
results for these years,
No, that's what I'm saying.
not.
Like pick modern games like Doom 2016, but I
Oh yeah,
want a
yeah.
result for 95. You know.
Hey, it's our show. We can make that happen. But
Doom for
so
Super Nintendo.
Don't play that. Do
so
not.
for niche it says Astroneer,
Okay.
Subnautica,
Okay.
Below Zero, Surviving Mars, Outer Worlds, Fallout 76, Elite Dangerous,
Yeah.
Portia, Conan Exiles, Jurassic World Evolution,
Yeah.
and then for popular games it has Astroneer, Outer Worlds, Subnautica, Elite Dangerous, Slime Rancher, 7 Days to Die, Elder Scrolls series, Ark Survival Evolved, Borderlands 3, and Cities Skylines.
So I only dislike 2 of those games, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Which
So
ones do you dislike?
I do not.
Call them out.
I don't. I do not
I
like.
do not.
I don't like Conan Exiles like at all.
Because of the wiener?
No.
The dog slider
No.
makes you feel inadequate
Does
No.
it
because you can
make you
only have
feel
No.
uncomfortable?
No.
because you only have one size of dick and you can't make it bigger or smaller.
No. No. It has nothing to do with it.
Man, we really laid into you there.
It was like, what the fuck? And I was at the point where I don't even remember what the other game was.
No!
But I know that 2 of them I didn't like, so. Son of a bitch.
I did like
You guys are.
I,
You guys
I
are
did
on
like
something.
Yeah, we're on fire is what we're on.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't like Conan Exiles or that mini game for the dog slider either.
Okay,
All
what
right,
was the
got
other
it
one?
out.
I don't know. I don't remember what it was because you guys fucking
Do you want me
laid
to
into me
do you want
about
me to
the.
go through it again?
Yeah.
All right. Whew. Was it on the
Uh,
popular list or the niche list?
I don't
Oh.
remember. Honestly.
That's pretty
All right.
good.
Action Heroes, Outer Worlds, Subnautica, Elite Dangerous, Slime Rancher, 7 Days to Die, The Elder Scrolls
7 Days
series,
to Die.
Ark
That was
Survival
the other
Evolved.
one. 7 Days to Die was
There we
the other
go.
one. I do not
I
like
don't
that
even
game.
know what that is.
Tom, remember it's the zombie Minecraft.
I do not
It was
remember.
okay. So it was this game that came out for the PlayStation 4 and came out for console and PC. Basically, you set up a little house, like a little base, and
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
game blows.
yeah, that game fucking sucks. And I should have known because it was developed by a developer called Fun Pimps. You can't trust
You know
a
what's
game.
funny about that game is like watching you play that. I remember watching the day you got it. You were at my house playing it.
Yeah, we bought it at HEB.
And no, we didn't.
One of
Did
the
we?
publishers
Yeah,
was
we did.
Telltale's.
Well,
Yeah.
anyway, I just remember Ryan playing it, and it's like when you're a kid, and you buy a game that's obviously not great,
Yeah.
and you're trying to convince yourself it's great.
Yeah.
It's the only game you have, and you're not
And
going
I'm
to get into
watching
it for a
Ryan,
while.
poor Ryan in his 30s,
I was over 30 at that point.
Trying to talk, well, I mean, this is bad, but this over here, this is okay.
Yeah.
You know?
It has, look,
yeah.
You bought a game at HEB. Quit trying to...
Well,
no. I bought Singularity, brand new for the Xbox 360 at HEB for $5.
It was one of those
It was badass.
It was an HEB Plus, so it had an electronics department.
It was badass.
But like, look,
it's hit or miss.
The concept of 7 Days to Die is sound. It's just that the execution
7 Days to Die
is garbage. That's all. Don't trust anybody. Do not trust a developer that goes by the name Fun Pimps. I promise you, they will let you down. That's all. Those are my closing thoughts. Fun Pimps will let you down.
Should be sad pimps.
Also,
chimps.
Yeah, that's Telltale let their name be on it.
Yeah. That's the game that bankrupted them.
What?
It is not, but
this 2013 game is the one that bankrupted them. So you got any closing thoughts, right? Tommy, Brian already gave his.
No, I like your game. It's fun.
Oh, I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. So if you agreed or disagreed or had any thoughts and recommendations, please let us know. We got a Discord. We also are on YouTube. We're also on YouTube's and Twitter and
the Twitsospheres.
And Podomatic and Stitcher and Google Play and iTunes and most podcast apps. You can find us.
Else?
And am I forgetting anything?
You're doing good. What else? What else are we on?
No, you're good. Shanee. You're doing great. You're doing.
Brazzers.
No. Shanee, no, we're not. We are not there.
Spotify.
Not this again.
Yeah. We're not there. Don't buy a membership to Brazzers hoping to find us there because we're not gonna be there, and you will not be reimbursed.
We're not giving you refunds.
We are thinking about an OnlyFans though.
I mean,
but just for my dog's feet.
That is weird. You're weird, Shanee.
She got 4 feet. People pay money for 2 feet. They'll pay money for 4.
We'll start an OnlyFans, but all it is like one picture of each of us looking at PSP like fucking Jessica Chobot. And that'll be our whole OnlyFans.
Oh, do you want an interesting OnlyFans story?
Sure.
On or off recording?
No, on recording.
Yeah, go ahead. You already said it, so.
So there's like this famous YouTuber. I cannot remember her name right now, but
Miranda
I told you guys. I don't know. Anyways, so she's like on. She made an OnlyFans and she put like something like "can't keep my panties up," but then posted and like it was like I made
I've heard
it a
Tom say that before.
Hold on.
Made it a $3 paywall to look at this photo, and it was like a picture of her as a toddler, like I don't know, her pants fell down.
I knew that it was going to be you complaining about someone's OnlyFans.
And the lack of actual nudity on it. It wasn't just me complaining. Like a bunch of people did, and she had to like put like a public apology for her thing
because they wanted were they complaining because it was child her?
Because she posted like winky face, whatever, like can't keep my panties on, alluding to sexual content. Put it behind a paywall so you didn't know what it was, and then it was just child of her as a child, and then people were like, even if this is like a cute wholesome thing that you wanted to put money on, fine, don't put a suggestive message between you as a child with your pants off.
So Shanee, it doesn't surprise me that you know about this going on.
You are the most judgmental.
No, what
OnlyFans.
what does surprise me though? What does surprise me though, Shanee, is that you've got your ear to the ground in such a way that you know that other people are complaining about OnlyFans.
You should start a Twitter that is all about OnlyFans investigative journalism.
Yeah,
like
Shanee asks the tough questions.
Yeah. She subscribes to the OnlyFans, so you don't have to.
Yeah, she's the one who's spending all the money, and she's giving you top tier reviews. Shanae, that's a good idea for.
Let's make another site for non-sexual like paid content, but OnlyFans be nude. Don't post pictures of you as a child.
Is OnlyFans reviews a thing?
Probably, it's got to be right now, right?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, but I doubt but I don't think that reviewers are getting like review codes or anything like that.
Oh yeah, don't break the OnlyFans embargo.
The McElroy brothers do the haunted doll watch.
McElroy.
Like haunted doll. Whatever, the McElroy brothers do like that haunted doll watch from Haunted Dolls on eBay. Somebody has to be reviewing OnlyFans. There's
also,
a thing for everything.
It should be said that not everybody who does OnlyFans is doing pornography.
And you should, because that's what the site's for.
I mean...
Oh my God, Shanae.
Okay, anyway.
Closing thought? That's my closing thought?
It's just... like,
if you're on OnlyFans, you gotta be naked.
So, Shanae is not conservative in any way, except when it comes to OnlyFans. That she's...
Then I'm anti-conservative. Nude or get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I'm paid, so...
Don't put it... Like, also, the site is, like, known for sexual content. Don't put a picture of you without pants on as a child. Like, that's just, like...
I mean, that is fair.
Well, look, Pornhub is known for sexual content. But I've seen videos of Ray Liotta on there, fully clothed, doing nothing, you know?
Wait, how did you find that?
Let's not worry about
it. But also, like, I don't post my video of me as a little kid in the bathtub on Pornhub for like a specific reason.
Okay, Shanae, we get it. You're not on Pornhub anymore. We got it.
I got banned from Pornhub. My reviews were scathing.
Sure. Oh my God, Shanae.
Oh wait, sorry, no, go ahead. All right, so hey, hope you guys enjoyed that last bit of the banner. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.